Welcome, dear friends and new viewers. You're with Elise. Hi, this is your April Zodiac Wheel reading, and I'm just showing you here some of my collection for my esoteric and psychic work that I do, and I'm giving everything a good smudge and purifying the air today. 2020 is proving to be a bit of a tough year, yeah? After our horrendous bushfires that people are still displaced and recovering from, now we as a world are retreating and distancing ourselves due to this once in 100 years pandemic. So reflection at this time is beneficial, and we can reflect on history with our ancestors, our grandparents, great-grandparents, and what they lived through and how they dealt with it, because past karma is very powerful at the moment. Past lives, there is powerful cosmic downloads that are being received here through April and beyond. So we're all following the rules, and it's giving many of us lots of time to study some of the things that we're interested in that maybe we haven't had time to do. As you can see, I've done lots of studying with my astrology over the years. These books are well used. I'll start putting them away to make room now for the reading. These are some of the cards that I do use. Crystal, this is a new deck that I'm still looking into, and it's beautiful, and I really love it. My animal medicine cards, and these are the animal medicine cards too. These are the divine direction cards that always have lovely little messages for us. And this month of readings, I'm going to actually use these beautiful angel guardian cards. They are new, so I will be using the book that comes with it to get some references out of it, but they are gorgeous messages, and they have wonderful affirmations with them, which I think will be very helpful for you all. So a little something extra for you all while you're self-isolating. And here's some oils too that I've been using just to help with the atmosphere in my home. There's eucalyptus oil and tea tree oil. I find them very, very helpful when dealing with coughs, colds. Some of you may be working on what's known as the front line. At the start of the year, our brave firefighters and emergency services were the front line. Now it's the police and healthcare workers and medical staff, and we are all so grateful for all of you for doing the work that you do. I'm a healthcare worker, and I go to work to look after senior citizens in their homes who are vulnerable. I've been a healthcare worker for over 10 years now. But my shifts have been reduced due to the situation that we're dealing with, because some of the elderly clients that we have can't go out and do their socialising and shopping and things like that. So they're cancelling some of their shifts, which reduces my roster hours. So I've included for each of you in the Zodiac Wheel the position of the supermoon for each sign. and the area of your life that it's illuminating, to show you the way forward, and to show us the way forward. And I just want you all to know that I am sending out all of my love to this tribe around the world. Those of you watching from New Zealand, those in Australia, hello the UK, in USA, stay safe, stay indoors, India, Africa, the Philippines, Asia, Canada. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and for sharing my videos with your friends, for liking, sharing your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We may be isolated now, but we can still stay connected. And you are all very powerful energies. So use your energies. Those of you that are earth angels, light workers, indigo, crystal healers, you can now assist in the global mission and indeed in your own global personal mission, even if you do feel you're not qualified or you're not prepared. You can still help. Hi and welcome Capricorn for your April Zodiac Wheel reading. I'm Elise and welcome any new viewers. I'm going to focus now for you into the Capricorn energy. Ooh, we'll take that. Okay, so let's see what's ahead for us in April, Capricorn. And what was that last card that came out? Page of Cups. Good news. That's a good news card there. Okay, Capricorn. We're starting off here with the 10 of Wands in your first house. So this is about your identity, okay? How you see yourself and how others see you. It also represents the area that is about your physical appearance, your ego, and how you express your inner motivations. And here it's being influenced by carrying the responsibility, whether you want to or not. It's sort of a card that says to you that, you know, you can see the end of the road, you haven't got that much further to go, and you're not necessarily doing it on your own. You've got a companion or a teammate there helping you along. So you can lean on that person or rely on that person. Tens are a completion card, so a lot of hard work is being completed here. So projects may be finishing up, and you will be taking home the harvest. You've got full baskets there, so there is reward for all your hard work, is what it's letting you know. And you've done also a lot of hard work on yourself, on your ego, on your soul purpose and your approach to life, okay? Now also in your first house, Capricorns, you've got Jupiter transiting through there, along with Pluto and Saturn. Okay, Saturn, yes, but Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn and Mars. But Saturn and Mars are moving out of Capricorn and into Aquarius, so that's going to take them into your second house. So there will be financial considerations with Saturn and Mars in the second house. But with Jupiter there in your first house, you do have the ability to inspire others, and you could be a natural born teacher. Okay? And it also is about your view of yourself with your professional status and receiving the recognition for all your hard work. Now you've got that joining together with Pluto in the first house too, so that will be constantly giving you challenges and mainly to embrace change. And you know, you may even be noticing the change on a grander scale, like world governments and things like that. And certainly here through April, with all that's going on with the pandemic, governments are having to change, aren't they? So the other thing with the Jupiter-Pluto connection being conjunct is that it's known as the millionaires conjunction. So there's a lot of potential there for growth in financial ways as well. All right, and big changes taking place, new cycles opening up, because Jupiter is a renewal and brings new ideas and new beliefs and expands your philosophy. So that can really be felt here through April, with that deep introspection. And you could even be feeling a little bit introvert, so by the time that you do reach that hilltop and get to your desired goals, you may just want to actually really be detached. So because I do feel with Capricorns in particular, it's really been a hard slog over this last year and a half, or even longer than that, with all the energies being so powerful in Capricorn. It'd be unlikely that if you are Capricorn rising, that you get to have homestay, and if you do, you're probably still working from home. Okay, it's not like Capricorns are going to get any time off, sort of thing, because yeah, they're the workers. They're the ones that you know, keep on keeping on, even if everything's against them. So do be careful, Capricorns. Don't push yourself too much, and if you don't have to go out, do stay at home and keep yourself safe, because Capricorn, you're so driven to achieve your aims and keep going at it, that you're likely to, you know, try and carry on like nothing's changed, and unfortunately for all of us, everything has changed at the moment. It may well all change back too, but not necessarily here through April. So staying at home is a must for you. Okay, now with Saturn and Mars going into Aquarius, that really is going to influence your financial resources and how you earn your money. Now the card that's influencing that area is the moon, so there's something coming to light, something coming out to be illuminated here. Now the full moon is in Libra. Now that for you Capricorns is up in the career area of your chart. So And with this moon card, it leads me to be feeling that there's a full moon energy that you need to take notice of, and that would be in Libra on the 8th of April at 18.43 degrees of Libra. For those of you that know your planets and the aspects of your planets. And the other moon influence is in Taurus, which is where you have your fun, and that's the new moon in Taurus on the 23rd of April. So the 8th of April and the 23rd of April are showing here for being times for you to really take some notice of what's going on around there, because there's something being revealed, something coming out of the shadows and out of the dark and into the light. Okay, and trusting your intuition with any financial moves, or relying on your gut instincts when it comes to how you go about building your resources. Alright? Now the Saturn in Aquarius energy will give you the ability to work well in groups, and it's also original and innovative kind of thoughts, even though Saturn is the one of regulations and restrictions in a lot of ways come with Saturn, whereas your influence here from Jupiter in the first house is one where you want adventure and freedom. So your financial side of things is sort of holding up things. It's it's like you want that freedom, but you've got to follow the rules. But something is coming to light here. Now, you've also got Mars in the second house. So Mars in Aquarius is about fighting for a just cause. But you may find that if you're restricted or held back, that you will become a little bit rebellious. So there is that disgruntled feeling with having to have such limitations put upon you, and out of that, I feel that's why you will get that sense of freedom by actually being able to leave the house and go to work. But there's that other side of you that's, really ready to get this stage over and done with and move on to the next stage. But it's a good time for you to really focus in on those values and your attitudes, your self-esteem, and unfortunately the unpredictability of your resources at the moment. So things are a little bit unpredictable in the sense of you're going and doing the trudgery, but you have to also accept limitations, and unfortunately no one's job is as secure as what we once thought. So I think maybe for Capricorns that you may be struggling with that a little bit. But never fear, it is all turning in the right direction, because you've got the Chariot, which is success and triumph here in the third house of communication, your intellect. Okay? if you've got some spare time, you may actually want to, you know, study some subjects. You may have a couple of ideas that you've always had on the back burner about things that you're interested in, and you may have the time now to actually look into that. Short distance travel and neighbourhoods are also connected to this area of the wheel, so there is success for you staying in your neighbourhood as much as you can, and you know, there may be also some work that needs to be done on your car, or you know, you've been putting things off or not spending enough time looking after things around your immediate environment, and there's success and breakthrough with that too. Some of the ideas that you have now too, Capricorn, might actually come through as being quite innovative and will spark other people's thought and pondering. So do remember to keep yourself connected. Give your family a ring. Get in contact with your siblings. You know, keep yourself connected. Don't get too caught up in your obligations, they're saying to me. That way you can feel that little bit of freedom, because you have got a really good imagination, and you may find that you're more highly intuitive than what you thought. And it won't do you any harm to, you know, spend a bit of time in a dream world. Either read a really good sci-fi novel, or find a good movie that can just take you off into another place or another time, that kind of thing. Something that can really sort of fill in some time for you where it can take you on a bit of a trip, because there is this urge here to want to go somewhere and want to do something, and if we can't do it in the physical world, we can do it in the astral world, or we can do it through imagination and movies, music, any published works, that kind of thing, because that is all third house ruled. There may be those of you too that you can turn your hand to some art and express yourself that way. But don't be surprised if some of you are actually really shining through as a really good communicator at the moment. You're really getting in touch, and you're finding your freedoms through your voice. But it's not an angry, it's not the ego voice. It's not you know, the ego is that voice that you hear in your head that is ranting and raving and coming from a place of anger, because anger can be addictive. You know, you can get addictive to reacting to everything with anger, because it gets attention. You're not going to get that sort of acknowledgement now. You know, people don't want to listen to people that come from a place of anger, because they're coming from a place of fear. So anger is fear. It doesn't invoke, well, it can invoke fear in others, but it actually is you yourself that are in fear. That's why your communication may be coming across angrily or grumpily. So it's coming from that place of love and wisdom, and the voice that is coming from the vibration of love is the spark within us all, our spirit, our soul voice, our higher self, and our guiding voice, the one that we should listen to, coming from the vibration of love is about listening to the voice that whispers. It's the quiet voice. It's matter-of-fact voice, but there's no anger in it. There's no aggression. There's no urgency. It's just is what it is. So there will be that duality going on here, I feel, with Capricorns, and finding that inner voice to listen to and to let guide you. Now, here we have in the base of our wheel the King of Pentacles in the 4th house of home and family roots, traditional family values, and you've got a wonderful card here with the King of Pentacles being shown there. So earth sign energy in the home, connected to the home and family, which is Capricorn, Virgo and Taurus. Okay, so there is a bit of a Midas touch there, and your home and family are showing up to be prominent for you, and how you fit into that due to the family environment. Could even be reflecting on that. Now, around the home, you could find that you are busy doing things connected to your home, and you may want your home life to be a little bit unconventional at the moment, so that you can, you know, get things sort of a little bit of relief from the mundane day in, day out stuff. And again, your resources are being highlighted here with the King of Pentacles. You would be happy if you could stay at home. If you didn't have to go to work, you actually would be happy, they're telling me. Because, you know, you're tired. And Capricorn, I can understand you've had Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn and Mars all transiting through Capricorn just recently. So that's a lot being put on you. And you know, it's like a tug of war that's been going on between your working life and your career and your home. So this King of Pentacles, he'd be happy to just sit on his throne and rule from his house or his castle. Now here you have the 8 of Cups in the area of the fun house. So nothing lost and nothing gained is what I'm hearing from Spirit here. There is some things that you have to forego at the moment, but it's not forever. And they're to do with, you know, sporting activities, outdoor activities, hobbies. It's the fun house. It's the air at your creativity. So you're readjusting how you know how that can work in your daily life now. So I feel a lot of it will be connected to the home. So you will be, some of you may even want to, you know, give the place a paint out or something. You know, because there's still that need for physical fitness and physical activity. So it will be found around the home. Possibly in the neighbourhoods, in your neighbourhood, but you really won't be going that far. There's a bit of, you know, but you have got some focus on what's going on around you in your local area. Now, here you've got the Sun in your work and in your area of co-workers, well-being, and your own day-to-day stuff again. So once you find your creative spark and how you can make that work for you in the home and in your neighbourhood, you're really going to get a lot of satisfaction out of it here, and it's going to brighten things up for you. So there's a new pathway, especially with that Chariot there being triumphant, new pathways opening up. Even new romances or rekindling, because this is the Eight of Cups, where there's a need to walk away, but not sever anything or finish anything, because there'll always be a return, because the cups are still full. So there could be a rekindling too, or just a bit more time spent with family and loved ones. All of this brings you happiness and joy, with the sun being influencing here in that 5th house. Reconnecting with your children too, or having more time to talk with them and connect with them. Remembering not to make life harder than it needs to be. And you could be finding that you will be nurturing others. So there is a little bit of self-sacrificing going on for you. But it's in a good way. You're happy to help. You're happy to give advice. I'm feeling it's advice. You've got some advice to give, and you're happy to, you're happy to do that. And there will be those that are listening to you. Now, 5 of Wands influencing the area of partnerships, whether it's business, marriage, or committed relationships, long-term associations, competitors, and even your relationship between your personality versus your soul energy. So there's that love and fear energy, ego and spirit energy, higher self. Really, could be having a bit of a tug of war with that, because we've got these two having an arm wrestle there, but you're every bit good enough to meet this challenge. You may find that brings you some of the happiness that you're seeking as well. And there is a real feeling of happiness coming here. So maybe you do get that time off and you get to spend some time at home, and it actually revigorates you. Or you will sort out whatever it needs to be sorted out in your working life and your career, so that it's not impacting on your private life so much. Because there's victory and success here with the 6 of Wands, and recognition. And those wands give you the enthusiasm about projects that you have with others. And there's also support there from resources that you receive from others. So transformation and regeneration. And some of you will be really feeling that you're like a disciple. You're coming from that discipleship path. So that's also opening up your philosophy and your beliefs. Now you're got the Page of Swords here, the Princess of Swords. So there's a bit of gossip and lots of information, and you having to pick through it to decipher truth from false. So you're deciphering. And this is the position in the 9th house of higher learning. It governs the academics, law, religion, publishing, foreign cultures, overseas travel, philosophy, and the journey along your path. It also holds in it the 9th house area, the wisdom of the Akashic records. Now, if you are one that loves travelling, you're usually very well organised, Capricorn. You have everything in its place and everything's organised, but and you do strive for perfection. So there's some news coming to you that may be a case of a dual situation, because the Page of Swords is ruling the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and they're sort of, a dual thing. So there's just something, there's double side, there's a double up, or there's two sides being shown to me here. The double-edged sword is what I'm hearing. So even though you're striving for self-perfection, don't be too critical on yourself, okay? You just learn as you go, and if you make mistakes, that's okay. Learn from your mistakes and continue on anyway. There is no such thing as failing. There's no such thing as a failure. There's only learning what we didn't know before, or learning from our mistakes. Now here in the 10th house, you've got another message. You've got two pages here next to each other. So messages and information is coming. And this one is to do with some action in your career, in your social status, profession. I feel that you're getting some good news about that area. And that is where the supermoon is for you as well. The full moon in Libra on the 7th or 8th of April, depending on where you are in the world, which also will be shining a light on some sort of public recognition of your achievements, and can have you finding some sort of security through your social status or your career. But you're seeking harmony and peacefulness in your surroundings. And you will, if you put to any stress, you will be wanting to retreat into your safe environment, which will be home. Okay, but for the most part, I do feel that there is public recognition and through your social status or career. Now, here you have the Emperor in the area of hopes and wishes and social groups and friendships. So I do feel that you can be seen as a bit of a leader in that area as well. People look up to you or will listen to your advice. So I do feel that you will be turned to for a lot of advice here through April. And the beauty of it too, through April, is that there is that part of you that is seeking that peace and harmony within your relationships, whether they're friendships or partnerships. There's that equality energy around here for you. So you're feeling equal to them and they're feeling equal to you. So there is a nice balance there, and working together, working in harmony. And there is also a strive here to achieve your worldly goals, because that does bring you some joy. But you need to let go and overcome some of your childhood inhibitions to fully become this Emperor energy. And some, childish behaviours may be holding you back. Alright? But you can act through a catalyst for a friend. And they also may be having to face hidden aspects of themselves and to transform their lives. But you are a powerful member of that group, so you can help in that way. And you can also help discover how you can be of service. And being of service isn't necessarily to do with a paid working career. Being of service is giving something of yourself freely without wanting anything in return. So see where that works out for you. And in the 12th house, you are secure in your relationship. This is the union of two people and an enduring feeling of love and support. So I do feel there, especially in your 12th house, which is your subconscious area, that is an area where you are feeling that, that's solid, and you can turn to that person. So relationships are on an even keel. Now, you've got a very good spread here, Capricorn, but I will just ask the Divine what message. Okay, so you have energy. So your message from Divine Oracle is to keep a positive energy by surrounding yourself with positive people. Okay? So I will put that there between those messages. And try and keep that calmness if you deal with any negative information. You don't have to get angry. You can just cut it off. You have the ability to do that. And I'll also ask with my new Guardian Angel cards what angel message there is for Capricorns for April 2020. What message? What angel message is Capricorns for 2020 in April? And you have Angel of Remembrance. Alright, so you may well be reflecting on people and the past, and that's okay. What number are we? I'll just look it up for you because these are new cards, so I'm still actually learning about them. So, the Angel of Remembrance, your message is, your loved one in spirit is beside you. They are guiding and showing you the way with their love. And the affirmation is, I acknowledge the signs and messages I am receiving from my loved ones in spirit as a gentle reminder that I'm not alone. Lovely. And you're not alone. We're all in this together, Capricorn. We're all feeling that burden of restriction. None of us are used to it. So it's all a bit testing. But we shall get through this and stay calm and keep reminding ourselves, are we coming from a place of love or are we coming from a place of fear? If we're reacting angrily, grumpily or negatively, then we are coming from a place of fear. So by staying calm, seeing the humour and staying calm and carrying on regardless, we're coming from the place of love. Okay, so your messages from the animal medicine cards is strength. And it's the lion and the lamb, the Maasai lion and lamb. True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. Okay, kindness, your loved ones. Okay, and you have the 6th of summer, the goose. And the goose message is, the love and care of children could become an important part of your life, or people from your childhood may return to it. Old memories can be healed and possibly old childhood dreams are ready to be revived. The angel of remembrance. So there you are. You are going to be able to have some time to heal from some of your more harder memories that maybe you haven't really let go of completely. And when you're dealing with past memories that do cause you anxiety, remember that it's not happening to you now. Whatever it was that caused that anxiety and that situation that you were in way back then isn't actually happening now. Okay? Alright, so thank you Capricorn for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. Please do like. That really does help it get out into the YouTube community, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. So please stay safe, stay well, look after yourself and your loved ones, and we will get through this. It might be a few more weeks, but you know, everything is subject to change, so nothing stays the same forever. So this is a temporary situation that we are in. Okay, so much love and many blessings to you all. Namaste.